Hey, what's up, y'all? Pete here. Behind me, kitty corner, is a Manchester Police Department where some of the folks are employed who have threatened to come down here and kidnap and cage peaceful individuals on public property. I've been standing here on the corner just trying to see, maybe if there's a big caravan of them that roll out to try to intimidate and harass these folks. But I've seen a couple cop cars pass since. But right now I'm walking west on Merrimack. Veterans Park is right in front of me, where everybody is for Occupy New Hampshire. And we heard on in one of the vehicles up here that I'm going to pass. What's up, guys? One of the vehicles I'm going to pass is two individuals who work for Manchester Police Department are sitting in there watching, and then further down the corner is another vehicle. So I'm going to document these guys' actions. The dam is going to document the other guys' actions. So hopefully everything's peaceful. Again, where there's no victim, there's no crime. So right now they're getting out of their car. How's it going, guys? How you guys doing? So Marvis Parks back there. There's also Dave Ridley, some other folks with camera gear. We have Bob Cunha here. Looks like COSO, COGO. How you doing? I'm doing well. How you doing tonight? Awesome.
Stop me, shake my hand for a second.
Yeah, no problem. How you guys been?
Doing okay.
You guys care to say anything? You guys
I'm going to address the group, Pete, and you're certainly welcome to listen in.
Okay.
Everybody ample.
Right on.
Stuff, so.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Cool.
Pete, are we gonna get some cooperation from your group? Because we spoke to the assembly earlier and basically assured them that they're going to be treated with the utmost respect, and I got the same sentiment back from them, and I just don't want anything to get in the way of that.
I mean, when you ask me about my group, I'll be responsible for my own actions. I'm not,
Fair enough.
I advocate for.
Okay, our goal is to.
What I plan to do tonight, I don't plan to aggress upon anybody's rights. I don't want to see anybody else's rights get aggressed upon, but I will document that happening if it occurs.
You could, yeah. Our intent is to again. I already addressed the assembly earlier. You weren't here. It's going to start raining on me. We basically talked about the importance of the respect that they're going to be treated with, and again, I got the feeling that we're going to get that in return.
Okay.
Addressed earlier.
Man, you know me. I'm all about. I try to be a respectful person. So. Okay. Yeah. So I would hope it wouldn't be a question.
But you weren't here for the assembly, so I don't want to repeat the 10-minute talk that I had with them.
Okay.
But, basically, right on. I explained to them where we're at and why we're at where we're at, and so I just we're obviously not looking for any confrontation.
Yep, I agree.
Just,
I'm not a confrontational guy, so.
No, and you've never been confrontational with me,
yep.
But I just
And again, everyone's responsible for their actions. I would hope you would have the same conversation with maybe some of your colleagues who sometimes again they're individually responsible for their actions, but sometimes folks with badges get away with things wrong for me or you do, and we both know that happens. So I just that's why we have cameras, just in case. So
we got a camera too.
I know. I see.
We all got cameras. On YouTube. Can we use your website? Sure.
All right.
What's your name, sir? Hi. Hello? Yeah. Oh, Daniel. Nice to meet you. I think we met at court, Adam. Yeah, once. Yeah, how you doing? Yeah. I don't know that we might have met. I don't know where we are. I don't think so.
Yeah, I'll shake y'all's hands if you care to. I'm Pete Ayer. Joe, good to see you.
Pete Todd mentioned before.
Yep. I remember you at Chalk the down at the Chili Fest.
Yeah.
I remember it's Chalk the Police. But yeah, cool. Well, good to see you guys.
I'm not occupying the park. I'm just going to follow along.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk to some folks, and then
cool.
You guys can hear what we have to say. Okay.
Can we ask? Have there been internal meetings about this? Have you and your colleagues discussed this?
Union serving officer?
How's the day been otherwise? Pretty productive?
It's been good. A little wet.
Yeah, it's been raining. You guys ever think you'd see this kind of thing happening in veterans?
The challenge comes with how do you engage in love when you see injustice around you and when you are confronted by people who even are threatening violence to you. But in the way of nonviolence, the response is still to try to treat those people with respect and dignity because they are human beings and they deserve love, they deserve respect, and we want to try to make them understand what we're doing. So in a situation like this, it might be each other that we want to treat with respect. It might be people who are telling us that we are violating the law, or it might be somebody else entirely who doesn't like what we're doing. But since I know I've heard over and over again a commitment to keep this a nonviolent movement, I hope that whatever we're doing tonight, tomorrow, next week, next year, as we stand up against the type of oppression and injustice in our economy and our political system that is the motivation for people here, that we will keep those principles in mind and put them to practice.
Thank you, Arnie.
Thank you.
Oh.
I think it's a point of information, Captain.
Thank you. Some of you met me earlier. I'm Captain Cunha from the Manchester Police Department. As I explained earlier, there is an ordinance pertaining to a park curfew. That time has passed. It's 11 p.m. As I explained earlier, my hope is not to have to take a single enforcement action, and I would respectfully request that all of you please vacate the park so that we can enforce our ordinance. Again, for some benefit of some of you that weren't here earlier, we exercise some discretion to allow you to move about and to express your beliefs and to build upon your movement. But the time has come at this point that we have to enforce our ordinance. So again, I respectfully ask that each of you vacate the park and take your property with you so that we can enforce our ordinance. And obviously, we'll review if you have belongings. We'll give you enough time to gather your belongings and to do that. Do you have a question, sir?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw your hand go up.
Is there a time when we can return?
Yes, sir. 7 a.m.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow at 7 a.m.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Good luck.
Okay. So again, I guess we're all here staring at each other. You know, I guess this is an opportunity to go. One gentleman announced that he's going to go. I guess if your intent is not to go and you stand, then I know that we'll start issuing summonses. So, all right.
I'd like to have a
I'll leave when
word.
the police leave.
I think everyone here knows they came out here for their own reason. Different reasons. However, I would like to offer my own opinion that for too long, an increasing majority of this country feels that their voice is no longer heard in the state legislatures, in corporate America, and in Washington, D.C. The essence of democracy is how well do public policies reflect broad popular support. And again, for too long, from the issue of healthcare to the endless wars, to the shaving of budgets, to the cutbacks, and to a cruel economic system which only benefits a tiny sliver of the population. We want to end all these things, and we know there'll be many obstacles on the way. Curfews and tents in a park are two issues that seem irreconcilable, but there are three issues, when speaking with police earlier, that we addressed immediately. One of those was wiping off some chalk on the bottom of a monument. The other was the removal of an RV off-site. The other was the refraining from using drums. There were 5 issues on the table. We immediately addressed the 2 remaining again, are irreconcilable in light of fact that there's a broad social movement growing in this country, and it would be a shame if New Hampshire was the only state in the Union that did not have an Occupy movement.
All right, well said. Like I indicated earlier, obviously I recognize that your movement is going to continue. I mean, I'm not naive, obviously, to that, and I voice my respect for your principles. Throughout this, you folks have been exceptionally cooperative with us, and we've tried to reciprocate. And I hope to continue to do that tonight. That's our intent.
And in the future.
And in the future. And because, like I indicated earlier, we probably will see each other again because the Occupy movement is a large movement gathering momentum. We recognize that, and our hope is to continue the positive relation that we've had, and that includes tonight. And if we do have to take an enforcement action, I hope you all do understand that it's not a matter of a personal thing. It's a matter of us carrying out our responsibilities. And I indicated earlier, I'd hate to give you, I don't like the fact we have to give anybody a citation, but you know, we have responsibilities, we have people to answer to, and we have to follow up on that. But again, you guys present yourself very eloquently, and we have a lot of respect for the way you approach things. And as I indicated earlier, and I indicated to our officers, you folks are going to treat us with respect. You're going to get the same in return.
We're all going to be committed to mutual respect for the long term.
And we thank you for that. Amen.
Thank you too.
Same situation with the folks videoing. I know there's potentially members of the media here. Park curfew applies to everyone. You're certainly within your rights to video record from the sidewalk, but we do have to clear the park. So, you know, me or anyone else, everybody's going to be treated equally. We have to clear the park. So that goes for anybody who's here that's a member of the media or other folks that are recording. We should probably necessarily the Occupy movement right here in the park.
We should probably all move closer to the sidewalk to minimize some of the
Can we move towards the sidewalk?
We're going to walk towards the sidewalk? Yeah, you guys want to move towards the sidewalk?
So in case that was hard to hear, I know we were back in the periphery seeing the crowd, but some folks here have decided that they'll go ahead and get summonses. Some folks might stay until they get arrested, but other folks that want to document it or don't want to get arrested or summonses are going to leave the park. The curfew's 11 p.m. and so that way there can be more cameras and more transparency on what's going down for the folks who do make a principled stand.
Hey, thanks for coming out.
What's up, dude? For sure, man. What have you decided? Have you?
I'm getting a summons tonight.
Yeah.
I'm getting a summons for staying in the park after curfew.
Right on, man. Well, good on you, dude. I hope you guys don't take pleas. I'm sure you've thought all this through, huh?
Oh, absolutely. We're going to
Awesome.
do this peacefully, and we're accepting the consequences of our action in as peaceful a manner as possible.
Right on, dude. And what's your name?
My name is Ben DeZoglio.
Right on, Ben. Thank you. A couple more Manch employees going in there. So we got Ridley, some other media. All right, I'm gonna stop this for a second so I can upload it to Ustream. I'll be back on the air in 2 seconds.